All right. What's up, guys? This is Young Lifters Talk, and we're here with a not so young lifter, but we're here with Carlos Petterson Griffith. In case you guys don't know who he is or haven't listened to our last podcast, give us a brief introduction, Carlos.
My name is Carlos Peterson Grifith, also known well here in Guyana. You know me as the showstopper. I also know strongman and quite a few other names. But I'm also a 93 kilo athlete, IPF, strongman, and also chess player. So
Mm,
besides that, I'm an open book.
yeah. And you've been powerlifting for a while, right? How many years have you been in the sport?
Since 2016 to now, I started as a bodybuilder, but bodybuilder wasn't my, what we could say. Maybe bodybuilding didn't like me, but I like bodybuilding.
Mm, interesting. Yeah. And this is your second world championship, right?
Yes, I'm looking forward for it. We're getting there slowly, slowly.
Yeah, so Carlos is gonna do his second world championship next week, and this time he's actually in the A group, and he's a contender for that podium or the win. It's gonna be really
Well,
interesting. How has prep and training been? I've seen some really good numbers on Instagram. How's all of that been?
yeah, my training is being great so far. Not just hitting some numbers, but my stability, my mind, and so on development, everything is on point so far. So I'm not rushing into anything.
Hmm. Have you made any changes to your training methodology or diet since last time we spoke?
No, no, I haven't make any changes. I just continue with my normal prep as per normal. I'm not rushing or so.
How was Sheffield? You placed really well, and with that last, if you would have hit some of your lifts you missed, you would have had a really big total in the 93s. What were your thoughts about Sheffield, and like, what did you expect, and did you get what you expected?
Sheffield was a very important or great uh, tournament or championship. It was I was aiming for a, a, a marvelous total. However, that 190 kilo on my bench press was
Yeah.
was kind of bit we could say a downfall, but I was
Mm.
able to pick up the pieces and able to go again.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. How was the overall experience as an athlete compared to other competitions you've done?
Well, the environment is great. It was epic. It was marvelous. I can't find words to describe it in so it was beyond. Trust me. It was
Mm.
it's like you are the VIP of an actual event. Not myself, but all the other athletes there. They were treated beyond, bro. Beyond.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm trying to get back this camera on.
It's good now.
Oh, you see me?
Yep. Yep. All good now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How was the like experience of lifting in front of that big of a crowd? Was it have you like done similar events or was this like completely new?
Slightly new for powerlifting, but for strongman, I've competed in a numerous crowd, but not as high as Sheffield. So I
Yeah.
could say 50-50. I've competed in high levels like that, but that crowd cheering and so forth, it was epic.
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, how much prize money did you end up taking home?
Um, it's a bit anonymous, but with my seventh place, I got what was set out because the record was well, Gavin broke back the record, so I
Yeah, the
wasn't
score.
able to hit that. But it was quite appealing for me because here in Guyana you don't get that much
Mm.
competing. Only if you do ads and become brand ambassadors for certain branding, and it was good.
Yeah. Does the currency like pounds is it worth like a lot more in Guyana for you guys? Like if you know Agata
Yeah.
Sitko, the winner of the female side, for her, the money she won in Poland, that's like 3 years of wage. Like she lives only for
Wow.
powerlifting. So
Yeah, that's great. Well, for me here, it won't be that much, because if I had one Sheffield, for example,
Mm.
I would have gotten roughly about almost 15, $20 million.
Ah, okay.
That's in Guyana dollars.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. How do you feel about the like turnaround from Sheffield to Worlds? Do you feel like you had enough time now to prep, or was it like short? Or
Yeah, I have way more than enough time. Why?
mm,
Because I know what my body is capable of, and I don't just train one way. I train in various ways that my body does not get complacent. And so I did strongman. I did two
yeah,
other
what was that?
strongman
Mm-hmm.
events, and I won the WSG. I placed second in Miami's bodies, and
Mm,
I feel good. Just right now, it is a bit what we could say sad for me that I gotta wait and so
yeah,
forth. Um, I always say other athletes are in a much more better position than me. I have to be waiting. Other athletes are in a comfort suite and just waiting to compete. Well, I I still gotta what we could say wait till things fall into place so I could be able to move, be able to travel and so forth. Well, I cannot travel right now because my passport is not with me, so
mm.
this is what it is.
Yeah. Like you mentioned before, we got on the podcast that you have to get a visa, unlike like other lifters may have a easier process if they live in other countries like the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel? Like, do you feel training strongman and other strength sports? How do you feel that like affects your powerlifting? Do you think it has carryover, or is it like draining from your powerlifting, or how do you feel about that?
Well, for strongman, the only thing I don't do super heavy strongman, for example, like the open class.
Uh huh. Okay.
I just train, I train strongman moderate. For example,
Mm.
300-pound sandbag. My deadlift is already on par. My squat is on par. So all I gotta do is implement into yoke carry. My log press is not that good, but I'm over 275 pounds log press. Uh, my stones, again, I don't have stones. I synchronize that with sandbag, or I improvise on sandbag.
Okay.
Uh, what more else? Tor's hammer. I don't have a Tor's hammer, so I use 15, 20, 25, or even 25 pound dumbbells,
Mm.
pulls, and it's impeccable. My bicep curl is not that what we could say hilarious, but it's very good. I'm almost curling roughly 185,
Mm.
almost
Okay.
200 pounds. So it, it, for me, I always say if you don't have equipment and you're able to improvise in certain angles and you know the direct movement, how to carry out the exercise, go right ahead. Just don't
Yeah.
injure yourself and don't do nothing drastic out of the way that you will injure yourself.
Yeah, we see a lot of powerlifters nowadays. They're really picky with equipment in when they have like they're in more privileged positions. But then you're like a really good example of someone that doesn't train on the like calibrated plates and all of that stuff, and you still come to the platform and perform.
Yes, yeah. My federation here in Guyana, they have calibrated plates. However, we cannot rent that or borrow it because it's federation stuff.
Yeah,
I'm trying my utmost. That's why I want to get out there. I want to pursue as much as possible. I want to achieve at least if it's one set. I know I'm gonna able to push and get a second. But my main aim is to get a set of my own, have calibrated
yeah,
plates, just like any one of you lifters abroad can train like that. I don't have it, so
yeah,
I train as much as possible. I always train in a way that yes, everyone sees it's just volume, volume, volume. But guess what? My body is able to adapt to that and able to give me that what we could say confidence. So I could able to pursue and able to push beyond. Yes, putting up numbers in pounds. A lot of people like, oh, why this? Oh, why that? So I must compliment one of the quite a few followers on IG is like, oh man, why don't you post your numbers and so forth? So I was like, it's
mm,
not posting numbers, but at the same time now they have one or two again followers like to make sarcastic remarks. So One of them I had to pull them up directly in
Mm.
on a direct message. So I was like, hey, bro, I don't have a problem X, Y, Z. But since you guys have equipment, why don't you buy one and send one for me?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
man.
Mm.
Yeah, so you just want to talk, talk, talk. Why don't I get this? Why don't I get that? Here isn't that easy, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine also like you guys probably don't have a company that produces it in Guyana, so shipping and all of that, it will cost way more for you, right?
Yeah, way more. For example, currently, I believe Eleiko set is roughly 6,000 to 7,000 US dollars, and
Yeah.
that's basics. But 7,000 US dollars for first of all, 5,000 US dollars here in Guyana is $1 million.
Mm.
Good, and then you have 7,000. You have the extra 2,500. Then you still have to pay shipping, handling, and when it comes here, you have to pay duty. So roughly, that's gonna come up roughly almost 10 grand or even more for me.
Yeah.
So it's not a walk in the park, bro. I try my utmost. So yes, I can get tongue plates. I can get 50% off on those, but again, I cannot push or let's say continue just what you call it, begging and begging and begging. At some time, people will get just a bit frustrated and fed up about you. So I don't want to put myself in that position that I become a bug in someone's ears. I'm very
For
straightforward.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, after this Worlds, if you perform, in my opinion at least, like Eleiko gotta sponsor you or something.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. How does a training week for you look when you're balancing strongman and powerlifting? And are you like the closer you get to prep, are you like specializing more into powerlifting, or are you just always in different sports?
Well, powerful question. All right. First of all, if I have, let's say, 12 weeks from powerlifting, for
Yeah.
example, like Worlds here, I was 15 to 16 weeks out. I start strongman, it came up. All I do, powerlifting, I put on pause, and I will switch to strongman.
Mm.
All I have to do is incorporate strongman movement. For
Yeah.
example, the sandbag, I won't just go and pick up a 100-pound sandbag. I will start with 80 or
Mm-hmm.
85, and then I will go to 120, from 120 to roughly 225. From 225, 300. And that's how I build gradually. I just don't rush in
Yeah.
because, as mentioned earlier, when you rush into certain things and you don't have a good technique, you don't have a good posture or a good balance, stability, the whole 9 yards, you tend to injure yourself. So
For sure.
my deadlift, I always put certain measures in place. I apply the same techniques to strongman. However, strongman, you have to be able to move at a speed that you could able to maintain that adrenaline, that focus, that drive,
Mm.
and also that posture and the technique also. My log press has been improving. I don't have a log press here in Guyana, so what do? I do um, shoulder press. I do heavy shoulder press.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do strict press. Yeah, sir. So with that now, they have one, two videos I will put up. I don't have a circle dumbbell, but I
Mm.
have round dumbbells. So with the round dumbbells, I will start, for example, well, Thursday I did one of the movements. I will be putting up that shortly. 65, 75, from 75 we went to 95, from 95, 110.
Mm.
That's 110 pounds. So you will do single hand dumbbell press or dumbbell
Yeah.
snatches and so forth. So you got to know how to improvise, how to go about certain. So when I finish, let's say I prepare for strongman, strongman come passes, I will rest roughly at least 3 to 4 days. Within those 3 to 4 days, I will do a physio and
Yeah.
also I'll do an ice bath. If I don't do an ice bath, I will do a hot bath.
Okay.
Rest, make sure I get my stretches in, make sure I get my recuperation at least 80% because
Mm.
you will feel sore. Strongman is not a walk in the park. Your
For
body
sure.
will feel sore no matter what. So after that now, after that rest, For example, if it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, right, I have my days in which body group I'll be working, just like a
Mm.
bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So let's say I finish my cycle, my strongman rest on, let's say, a Thursday. Thursday will be shoulders and bench, and then I'll do biceps.
All
So
right.
I'll continue with shoulders and bench, and then Friday legs, the full
Okay.
accessory work. I'll start with, excuse me, I will start with the full standard squat, 1 plate, 3 plate, 5 plate, 6 plate, 7 plate,
Yeah.
and so forth. When I finish my medium sets, I'll do back half sets. I'll do
Mhm.
roughly, well, now I'm doing 495, almost 500 pounds for 10, 12 reps.
Mm.
So I have a lot more in the tank, just that, again, a lot of people say, oh, Carlos trains like a crazy dude or whatever, even here at home.
Mm.
So when I come to gym, I mean business. I mean business.
Yeah.
So that is one of the main things I focus forward on. Yes, we may have different aspects, different strategies, different approach, but at the end of the day, we lift in the same weights.
For sure. Yeah. Last time we spoke on the podcast, you mentioned your coach Dexter Jones, and I saw he came to Sheffield and all of that. Does he still coach you? And how involved is he with like helping you balance the strength sports?
He is, for the past, let's say, 25, you could say over 25 years, he's been coaching. Just after last year, nationals here in Guyana, he approached me. He said, Carlos, you need to
Yeah.
work on your bench. I said, sure, no problem. So from since last year, around nationals, let's say I can say from the very 1st of September to now, my numbers has increased, especially my bench press. Everybody's like, whoa, okay. But
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say anymore. I don't like anything heavy from my chest up. So bench press is like my weakness. So I
Yeah.
still work with it. I try to get my numbers up and able to put up some decent figures. I'm looking forward for Lithuania,
Yeah.
and once I get there, I see Brandon in full good shape. I see Hanlon in great shape. Emil is coming very stiff as a very veteran and senior athlete, because
Yeah.
he's placed quite a few times. And Hanlon is like he's forever number two. But trust me, it's not a walk in the park. As I said before, there's a new kid in the block.
Yeah, for sure. Who do you think is your biggest threat at Worlds, or do you like think all three of them are just too close?
Yeah. My brother, no one isn't a threat. The threat is yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? If you look at yourself in the mirror, the only person who can judge you is yourself. Once you judge yourself, then you're able to let fear go, open
Mm.
your heart, and free your mind. That's all.
For sure.
Yes, they are great lifters. I'm not saying they aren't good or whatever, but every one of us, the top 10 in the world, puts in the work,
Yeah.
especially the top five. Because the top five, yes, we're going to see teeth and tongue, we're going to see a lot of fights and so forth. But guess what? We are all there for one main objective.
Yeah.
Just like boxing. Boxing is a one-man sport, right? Because when you go
Exactly.
into the
Yeah.
ring, yes, we just going in the ring with one athlete or one opponent. But guess what? If you are ranked number 30, you are ranked number 20, you got to climb that ladder. You got to climb that ladder.
For
And as
sure.
you climb, it doesn't just get easier. It's get tougher and tougher and tougher. As
Mm.
how I tell a lot of youngsters here in Guyana, even senior folks, I say, it's not the buying of the car, it's the maintaining of it. And that's the
Mm.
most important part.
Yeah.
Climbing is great, but the same way you're climbing, don't forget, you gotta train harder, you gotta be hungrier. And with that now, it's able to put you not just in a better psychological path, but more so physical, and you able to again open your mind, open your heart for all constructive criticism, but free your mind from all negativity.
For sure. Yeah. Would you say you have like extra pressure on you now that you're coming in nominated on the podium compared to last time from the B group?
I must say yes because I've performed, I've earned my spot among the big boys, and it's not a walk in the park.
Mm.
Pressure, slightly yes, but what we could say, put in certain aspects. Oh, they're better than you. No, no one is better than anyone.
Mm.
Just that we all put in the work. Yes, you may train with calibrated plates. I may not train, but at the end
Mm.
of the day, we lift in the same weights.
Yeah.
So when I had gotten within the top five in the world after Sheffield, I was like, whoa, it's not a walk in the park. So
Yeah.
now you see a lot of big guns moving up and so forth. With that now, you tend to create not just a greater environment for yourself, but this where you have to realize it. Am I doing enough?
Mm.
Am I ready for the next step? Am I able to put on what is needed?
Yeah.
And there is when you're able to grow or not.
Yeah. That's interesting you say that. How would you say, like, what are you expecting at Malta? Are you just thinking like I will do my best and then we'll see where that places me? Or are you like aiming for something specific? Like how important, for example, is the World Games qualification as in the podium for you?
Well, the World Games for me is my very first
Mm.
because I could have qualified twice for those games. However, it wasn't possible because, again, visa issues and so forth. But it is a great opportunity because it's going to put you not just on the top of the world and so forth, but it's going to give you that extra courage, that extra drive, and also that little tip on your shoulder is like, hey, we
Mm.
got to watch out for this guy in the near future and so forth. However, 2025 is not going to be a walk in the park or a cake shop for any of the top five ranked athletes globally. Why? Because we will be selected for Sheffield. There's one.
Mm.
Two, we qualify for the World Games. And look how Sheffield, then Worlds, and then World Games again. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a stick one. So for an athlete like myself, I must say, one, I have to put aside strongman. Strongman going to take a slight bit
Mm.
of me. So,
Okay.
so I won't be doing two, I won't be doing three, or I won't be doing four strongman. The least I will do is either one or two.
Yeah.
One, I may not compete Aruba because Aruba is a bit off of it. I won't be competing WSG. WSG will a bit tight,
Okay.
and I may not compete Miami's bodies. Those, let's put aside Aruba. Aruba is in October. I can compete in that. That's going to be free. I will be able to retain my Ghana Strongest Man title,
Okay.
right? So for powerlifting, look at it how it's a bit busy for me. All right. Sheffield is right on the podium.
Mm.
Number one, that's January. Number two will be Miami's bodies or WSG. Will be
Okay.
one will be in March and then the other one will be in May. Hell no, that's too cutting it too close for Worlds,
Yeah.
right? Good. So Worlds is in June, and then you have the World Games in August. So that's three major championships, right?
Yeah.
But put those three aside now. Right in same August, I have Raw Nationals here in Guyana. That's either earlier than a week earlier than Worlds or the World Games or a week after Worlds, right? So they're
Mm.
going to be four for me.
Damn.
I'm not allowing no youngster to come and say, oh yes, I'm the national champion. No, I'm undisputed right now.
Mm.
So
Fair
yes, you're
enough.
gonna win your weight class, but you're not gonna win the overall. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm seven times overall champion.
Mm. Okay. You
I
mentioned
wanna I don't wanna maintain.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. If you know Gustav Hedlund, he also says the same thing. He came into nationals. He didn't do his best performance, but he just wanted to keep his national gold. He doesn't want to give it away.
Yes, yeah, no, hell no. We don't want to give that away. You gotta work. Right, the same mentality Henry has. I believe I have it too. It's like, yo, you won the national spot. Here's what. Work for it. Simple.
Mm. Yeah, for sure.
Work for it. Beat me on the podium. Don't beat me off the podium. Yes. So I want to maintain my bragging rights. Yeah, so that's four championships, right? Let's
Yeah.
go to strongman now.
Okay.
October will be Aruba.
Okay.
Okay. In November, there's back to back. In November, we'll have Guyana Strongest.
Okay.
There are two. There are two Guyana Strongest. You have the individual, which is single, and then we have team, male and female.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and those are sometimes the last year they make it 3 weeks apart. I don't know if it fall 3 weeks apart. And then December, I have senior nationals. I'm willing to go back to equip
Wow.
lifting.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
yes, I
Poof.
do equip lifting. I do both. I do classic and
Yeah.
equip.
Mm. Yeah, you mentioned that this would be your second like opportunity to try to get a World Game spot. Were you mentioning then the last World Games equipped? Because I know you did equip before.
Yeah, my last War Games equip spot, I would have got it at that would have been in Dubai.
Mm. Okay.
Yes, that year I missed it also. And then I believe that was 2019. Yes, if I
Yep.
can recall it, before COVID. And then I missed it again in I believe 2021 or 2022. One out of the two.
Uh-huh.
I believe
Okay.
2020, 2022. War Games is every 2 years, I guess. Yeah,
Mm. No, it's every
yeah,
four
20,
years.
something like that. I believe it's 2021, something like that.
Yeah, I would have to look it up. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, with 2019, I knew that for sure I would have able to make that spot.
Yeah.
And say that was my very first year for the war, my very first war classics too. So that was a bit out for me. Changing visa, got suspended from federation
Mm.
because the full 9 yards. But again,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to put on that show again, drive, keep driving, bring out everyone that hey, this guy means business, and I'll continue saying it. Once I get my foot on that title, everyone got to work twice as hard, not just to compete, to come for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any like specific goals or wait like so you would say World Games is number 1 like for Worlds, and then what would like the like winning Worlds, would that be like a second priority, or what other like priorities would you have besides the World Games qualification?
I will try and place higher and higher. For example, I see one of the senior powerlifting analysts, coach, mentor, and all those guys. I was listening to one, two podcasts because people send it to me,
Yeah. Are
right?
you talking about
And like,
Matt
wow,
Gary?
yeah, that
Yeah,
same fella. My guy
exactly.
is like, yo, I believe that Carlos will be among the top three. So
Mhm.
I was like, I like how you think in this trip because
Mm.
myself and him, we had a very close conversation, and
Yeah.
I told him to his face. I said, I like your prediction. I said, but you don't know me, but I love your predictions. Yes, I'm a very straightforward guy. I meet you, say hi to you, what's up, hey, what's up. The minute you make a negative comment about me and you don't know me, I tell you, hey, what's up, X, Y, Z. Do you know me? Do you know what's up? Do you know how I? You understand? A lot of people tend to get it a bit bad, but I get to the point, right? So once I clarify that, I don't want you to, oh, Carlos is good, Carlos is, no, I'm a very straightforward person.
Mm.
Yes, I may not be the best of them all because my bench press is whacked, but guess what? I'm learning, buddy. I'm growing.
For
And
sure.
once you see an athlete growing and improving and making himself better and better every day, yo, you need to find something good to say about it. It's not a walk in the park, buddy.
For sure. What type of numbers are you expecting on squat, bench, deadlift at Worlds? Do you have any like specific or like ranges,
Uh,
ballpark range?
no, I'm scraping 900.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that will definitely be like, I think the podium will be around 900.
No, no, the podium is 900. Who doesn't make 900? Trust me, you're gonna smell salt for the next 2 years because as you break 900, everyone who breaks 900 not just gonna keep evolving.
Yeah.
They're gonna maintain that and even keep working even harder. Right, sir? For example, my subtotal right now, which is training totals, I have
Mm-hmm.
roughly 907 to 910 kilo.
Mm.
Right?
Okay.
But I'm not saying that's gonna give me first, right? Because I saw Emil Krastev put up 905. I was like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, that's fine. But then I have you have Petrie estimated at 907.5.
Mm.
And then you have Honland coming in at 902.5,
Mm.
right? I'm just looking at the four guys right now. I don't know how far Christian is, right, sir?
Yeah.
Look, but put aside Christian, you have again Aiden. Sad that Aiden did not made weight, but he's a very good athlete, and also he's seen everyone that hey, these guys are putting up numbers. I
Yeah.
gotta work harder, and he's gonna come in harder. Then you have Keiko right around the corner with
Exactly.
a huge bench press, a terrible bench press. That hey, he's gonna come for 900 too. So I'm I'm estimating this here within next year or 2 years from now, right?
Mm.
One, the top five 900 kilo athletes within the 93 kilo class. All other athletes within the 93, they're either going to start running down or go up. And if you go up, is hell.
Mm. All right.
But once you be in the 93 kilo class and you maintain 900, it's gonna be a battle of the battles.
For sure.
Even if it's 10 athletes.
Poof. Yeah.
Once you see that top five with 900 total, my brother, you're gonna see chips on the bar every single lift.
For sure. Yeah. Have you seen
Yep.
in this guy in the USAPL, Jawan Garrison? He did 915 at 90 kilos.
I don't know if these guys are willing to come IPF because
Yeah.
the sport is evolving and the sport is evolving every single time, everybody.
Yeah, they're
And
coming
by
over next
evolving,
year.
they could come anytime. Not my
Mm.
problem, but they're competition for me. But I know exactly why all of them are coming over now because the sport is evolving. What you didn't do then, why you want to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point.
Fair enough. How's your nutrition been? Like to keep up this kind of training where you're like doing multiple strength sports and like pushing so hard, so many competitions. How's your nutrition and body weight like been and the cut to worlds to make 93?
Right now, my body weight is roughly
Okay.
94.7 or 94.6.
Okay. Hey. Yeah.
Big
That's
guns,
it's
buddy,
pretty
big
good.
guns.
You still have
And
like
guess
a
what?
week.
I have abdominals below this boy here.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, you definitely have one of the best physiques in the 93 for sure.
When I weigh in for 93 at Sheffield, one of the judges was like, "Whoa, are you going up for bodybuilding?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was Mr. Mike Armstrong. Yeah, the big
Mm.
fat judge. He's like, "Whoa, are you going up for bodybuilding?" I was like, "I did it once, but I'm planning to do it again. Hey, well, not today.
Mm.
Maybe some other time." Yeah, so I try to maintain my body weight on the 98 kilo
Yeah.
and just around 95 so I could be able to water cut as much as fast as possible. I
Yeah.
don't wanna I don't wanna end up like athletes that has to sit down in a sauna for 1 hour, 2 hours,
Exactly.
and gotta be like, oh, I gotta hope and pray that this weight goes up. No, I maintain that body weight as far, but why 98 kilos, right?
All right.
For strong man.
Yeah.
Why 98 kilo? I just eat,
Yeah.
but I don't eat lavishly, right? I will eat high proteins. For
Hmm.
example, if I go and buy a steak, my steak will be roughly 10 to 12 ounces.
Okay.
That's almost a kilo or a kilo and a half
Oh.
of meat.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, with that now I'll have a potato or roast potato or potato salad,
Hmm.
pasta or a fettuccine alfredo with prawns. So I'm fully loaded, not just with carbs, but fully loaded with protein.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so I maintain a very high level of protein in my diet. I do use supplements. My supplements here are quite expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I use Isoflex and I use Mastec. Both of them are 100% not just clean, but they are tested in sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Do you have like a message or something you'd like to say to your competitors in the world? What they should expect for Worlds?
Well, as I said before, my brother, I'm coming. Not a walk in the park. You guys are training, I'm training. Don't slip. Don't slip. You're gonna slide and you're gonna. I won't say you will fall, but guess what? I'm right around the corner.
Hmm. And how's this year gonna look after Worlds? What are you expecting? Do you have any more competitions coming up this year?
Yes, as soon as I return home, I'll be doing Ran Nationals once again.
Poof.
I don't have to. I will say it frankly speaking. I don't have to train that much for that because if I'm competing, a lot of the youngsters or senior athletes is like, if college is competing, it doesn't make sense to go compete. Yeah, it literally happens. So I prefer. I always say I could just eat before I weigh in and just go over for the fun of it, go 105 and just win the overall again.
Hmm.
But if there's a competition, because for 2025 they will have a stiff competition here in Guyana. I was made to
Okay.
understand that two of the senior folks coming back. I was like, well, bring it on.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will definitely maintain my 93 and don't try to jump into 105s anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of water cut are you doing, by the way? You mentioned. Are you doing like a water load where you drink like a lot on the last few days?
You know what's up. You know what's up. You're very smart. You do your homework, buddy. You do your homework.
For sure.
That's what I do all the time. That's what I do. Well, when I was in Sheffield, I was at 94.5, 94.6 around there. And
Okay.
I was eating solid. I was eating super solid. I was
Hmm.
drinking, here we have a 1.5 liter, okay?
Okay.
And the brand is Tropical Mist. So my coach had me drinking at least three of those one day. Three.
Hmm.
That's 4.5 liters, bro. I was like, damn. That when I'm urinating, it's as clear as glass. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's as clear as glass. I have to
How
go and I
how
have to go
many?
and purchase one
Yeah.
within the next few minutes. So I'll start my water intake. I haven't eaten, drinking anything. That's why I can tell you my body weight that I'm roughly 94.7 or 94.8 right now.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. How many days before do you start water loading? Are you gonna start already like today?
No, no,
No,
no. I
no.
already started it.
Ah. Okay. Wait, you're competing
Yeah.
on Thursday, so you're okay. So that you do it for a while then. Hmm.
Yes, I do that at least 2 to 3 weeks out of competition. So
Ah.
here's what a lot of people tend to, what I could say, uh, rush or run into things, right?
Yeah.
But if you start something early, right? For example, let's go into academics. You get a project. Your project is due in 2 weeks,
Okay.
right? Just let's say hypothetically speaking, right? Well, your project is due in 2 weeks. You know you already have certain things to cover. Will you start in the 2 weeks prior to the to Hanin, or will you start late? For example, 1 week out.
Mm.
No, you cannot start 1 week out. You're just gonna. All right, the reason why you won't start 1 week out, you will be so clustered. Oh, I gotta get this done. Oh, I forget this. Oh shit, man, I forget that. Oh, damn. You will be start going lulu because why? So many things to do in so small time. And by the time you blink, it's like, oh, you have 2 days out. The week
Mm.
is already done. So either you start now and then you depend later. But once you start early, you always know exactly what's gonna happen, what's the end result on your days up ahead. For example, you make body weight and you still pulling numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last week, yes, last week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, coach was like, "Here's what, you're not doing triples anymore." I was like, "Why?" I
Mm.
wanted to argue. I was like, "No, no." I say, he's like, "Yo, relax, chill, chill." I was getting very hesitant. So
Okay.
he's like, "You have the power. We already know what you got. So guess what? We're gonna do singles and doubles. Nothing more is out." I said, "Well, I want to do triple." I was like, "Nope." Damn. So okay, I'm gonna work with you. You're the coach. So I put myself on.
Mm.
So he set my program. I was doing 700 for 3 reps on my squat. Everything was threes. When I
Okay.
come down to my bench press, I'm just doing doubles, 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 doubles. So he sees that I get it frustrated, right? So I'm looking forward to hear that, oh, you're gonna do triples and deadlift too.
Mm.
When deadlift is to come now, he's like, you're gonna do singles from 500. I'm like, fish. And the beauty part about it, I don't know if you saw my recent videos on IG, right? That
Mm.
I'm doing static holds.
Static holds. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so when I pull, I gotta hold. So he's like, you need to hold it at least 3 seconds.
Mm.
I was like, yeah, no problem. But and one or two people inbox me directly and say, damn, that bar speed is incredible. Damn, that's insane. You're on fire, man. I was like, yeah, but that's just singles. I say, yo, that's not even RPE 4 or 5. That's just RPE 1. So I was like, yo, I'm not even busting a sweat for 6, 7, or even 800 pounds because I'm doing singles. So my coach saw that. He's like, that's exactly what I want to see. You not busting a sweat. So when you go out there, you know exactly what you got to do.
Mm. Yeah.
I was like, damn. Yeah. So on the next one too, I was doing 360. I was planning to do
Okay.
365 for 3 reps.
Hmm.
That was when I traveled to Suriname to take care of the visa. I
Yeah.
I have to travel there, apply, carry the necessary documents and stuff. So my
Uh-huh.
passport right now is in Suriname. So I'm waiting for it to be released. And so as soon as that releases, I'm off to Lithuania.
Mm.
And so guess what? As soon as I release it, there's
Yeah.
when the ticket's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, because you have to get it last minute, right?
You know, right? Yes, but I keep telling people this. It's not easy for an athlete like me, especially a third world country. That's why I want to push and push and push and push. Make sure I achieve certain things. So athletes like here in Guyana, who knows what's up,
Mm.
they won't be able to just say, "Oh, I gotta fight for this. I gotta fight for that." I always tell athletes, if you guys think that this is a cake shop or think that you could just rush in and say, "I'm gonna grab everything," no, my brother. Everything I do, trust me. Sometimes I get paro about it, but guess what? I'm very patient on everything I do
Mm.
because I don't know what's the outcome of everything. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus, bro. You
Mm.
understand? So I gotta be at least 1 or 2 steps ahead doing certain things in order to gain from it. I don't wait on last minute.
All right.
I cannot wait on last minute.
Mm.
And that causes money. Well, don't causes me that much. It causes me time. But guess what? It causes money from my sponsors who have to put in that and say, well, we believe in you, Carlos. Go right ahead. Last year, my
Mm.
ticket was over $3,000, man. I don't make
Mm.
that kind of money. I, I'm a certified crane operator, and I don't make that kind of money.
Mm.
So for a sponsor to give you $3,000 just like that, yo, you go get the hell out of here. It's it's very hard for me, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Backtracking to the cutting with the water cut. So you don't feel that like sitting at like making weight earlier for like a few days that doesn't affect your lifting. You're like
No.
comfortable with sitting at under 93 like with the time.
Yeah, just that. Uh, if I if I don't eat heavy, I feel like if what you could say, literally you as an athlete is like you feel lighter.
Yeah.
So for you to overcome that now, for example, right now I'm in rest mode. I don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Okay.
So I either drop my protein or drop my carbs.
Yeah.
So guess what I do? I drop carbs and
Mm.
keep my protein.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm not afraid to tell anyone what I do. You guessed it. I water cut. You already know what water cut is. I bulk up to water, drink a lot of water, and then
Mm.
cut it. But I either do a carb deficit, understand, or sometimes I cut protein by 50%. But once I am
Mm.
below 93, and because I could come down all the way to 90 kilos and be the very lightest guy in the 93. But guess what? No, no, no. When you do that drastically, you lose its power.
Yeah, for sure.
Your energy levels go down, right? And then it's gonna be hell for you to build that back up rapidly. If you build that up rapidly, you're going to, you know what, an electric shock, which your body just
Yeah,
you
cramps
give that
and stuff.
correct. So I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that period. It happened to me twice when I was doing bodybuilding.
Mm.
I felt
Damn.
like dead, bro.
Damn. Do you do any specific type of recomp? Like after you weigh in, you start like putting in liquids and like carbs and stuff so you can get back to like your normal feeling. What do you do?
Yes. One of the things I do, I make sure I have bananas, which
Yeah.
gives you potassium.
Mm-hmm.
I have magnesium pills. I will
Okay.
take one or two of that. So sometimes two bananas, sometimes two magnesium.
Yeah.
I won't be able to use fish oil or cod liver oil because that's gonna give you your mouth
Mm.
yeah, like fishy scent. So I don't use that on come day. I have ORS, which is oral rehydration salts,
Yeah. Yeah.
or there's only few places in the world you will get the coconut water. And if I
Mm.
do get coconut water, I will go to the restaurant or to any shop around the championship and ask for a pinch of salt. I
Mm.
get a pinch of salt, then drop it in that coconut water, and that's directly ORS. But when I finish that now, I always have coffee. Coffee is my to go.
Okay.
Get
Okay.
my adrenaline pumping. When I get my coffee, I will get something solid to eat, get my carbs in. On the very last thing I do, the very last thing I do, get another double espresso. If I don't get a double espresso, I get 4 shots
Okay.
amino energy. I get four. That's gonna give me a full spike. And
Mm.
then the very last thing, when I start warming up, okay, when the adrenaline pumping and everything, then I start drinking water. And you cannot drink water rush. No.
Yeah.
Again, you don't want to go into a shock. So that's what I do, and I've done it many times.
So you do basically like summarize like a bunch of electrolytes and then you do a lot of caffeine and liquid and carbs.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Do you do anything like in between lifts? Like, let's say when you're done with squat, you refuel or like for deadlift.
I will refuel while I'm doing bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say, "Oh, why don't you refuel just before deadlift, or why don't you refuel in time for squat?" No, I will. My magnesium, my potassium, my protein, whatsoever sandwich, whatsoever salad I eat before I go start warm up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have a granola bar, a heavy granola bar. Uh, that's what I did for Sheffield. I have coffee, I have my sandwich, I had my potassium, I had an apple. So I ate those as soon as I finish weighing.
Yeah.
Finish weighing, I get something solid. My mind is clear. I'm good. I know I made weight, so I don't have to kill up myself. 92.78, yeah, something like
Okay.
that. So I went to eat. I get another sandwich, and when I started getting in, then I take my amino acids. I had 4 scoops of aminos, and I start kicking it. I saw everyone warming. I took my own time. So we get there. I get in my first set, second set, third set, fourth set. I start doing fives and threes, in and out. So all of a sudden, all the cameras on me now. So I was like, okay, let me get into my own mode. So plug my earpiece in my ear, start playing my Rocky Balboa,
Mm.
500, 600, 500, 600. Everybody's like, what? No, well, everybody's looking for records.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our Jesus with, I believe, is 400 kilos. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
478.
No, no, he was warming up with
Oh.
that.
Oh. Damn.
I was like, damn, what the hell is this? Yeah. So when I saw Jesus was over 365 kilos on the bar, like, damn. I said, don't worry, I'll get there soon. Hold on. And that gave me a little bit of hype too, but I'm in my zone because we're all competitors and stuff. So when I start hit my first and my second squat, I start drinking sips of water, sips of water, sips of water. When I go into my bench now, I start benching, then I start, get another snack, and I
Okay.
just eat, eat, eat. I was the very last person to finish warming up for bench press.
Okay.
Yeah, I just put on blue plate, 3 4 reps, red plate, 3 4 reps, red plate and a yellow, 3 4 reps, 2 red, that is it.
Wait, what was your opener?
My opener was 172.5,
So you jumped
something like
from
that.
two
Yeah.
reds to 170.
Yeah. Because I know it's my weakest left. I
Okay.
don't have to put more. I don't. I'll tell you straight. I don't put much emphasis on bench press.
Mm.
Honestly, I like people to say, man, you gotta start thinking beyond. I was like, flip that shit.
Okay.
Honestly, what right now my coach is on my butt. Like, Carlos, you need to start changing that. Start changing that. I start changing it gradually. Don't let me rush it. So I'm moving roughly 195, 197.5 kilos right now.
Mm. Okay.
So I'm looking for it, buddy. I'm looking for it.
Yeah. But
I'm
with the
not benching
squat,
200 kilo yet.
yeah. Yeah, they'll come in its due time.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the squat, are you now that you don't have Gavin to battle against, are you gonna like take that record back? Or are you gonna save that for Sheffield?
You asking some powerful questions, my brother. Very powerful questions. I will leave that for the stage.
Okay. Fair enough.
What do you think?
I mean, I think you got. I think it won't be that difficult for you. So maybe you could take it now and then even more on Sheffield. But we'll see.
We'll see.
That'll be interesting. That's all for me. Do you have anything else you want to discuss?
Nothing much. Right now, I'm just nervous, my brother. Nervous. Uh, patient. Just waiting, waiting. I know I'm gonna get through. Just like last year. Last year, I traveled the Thursday just before the
Mm.
championship.
And the comp was what on Friday?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, okay.
I got I got in just to get some sleep. This is what I did when I arrived in Malta.
Okay.
I went to the hotel.
Yeah.
From the hotel, I dropped my stuff, get everything in order, take out what to take out, get my passport. So I say, all right, good, form. And I walk out. I know where the event is, so I just have to go across. I ask 1 2 people. I see, literally, I saw a few athletes walking to the venue. So I was like, okay, find my mate. So I went, I reached the venue. I asked 1 2. people, and they show me where exactly it is. And then I saw the other two athletes, so I just follow them. I take my time 'cause I don't want to run past them. So as they walk in, I walk in. I went to get my accreditation, get my stuff done, my pass card, and so. So I walk in, look for SBD booth, say hi to the SBD because I'm an SBD athlete.
Yeah.
And I went looking for Aaron. Aaron found me. I get my package, and I was set and go. So went to the podium, greet some of the athletes who know me, who doesn't know me. I introduce myself. Check around one or two booths, check out the Elico booth, and that was it for me at Malta on my very first and last day. So on my way out of the hotel, out and return to the hotel, I decide to go check my body weight. My body weight was
All right.
94 point, was early 94s,
Okay.
94.3, 94.2, somewhere around
That's
that. So
pretty good.
I didn't have much to do 'cause I already did my homework. So
Yeah.
what I did, went to the hotel, put on the kettle, get a hot cup of water. You know what I mean?
Mm.
A hot cup of water, no sugar, no salt, and just blow and sip on that. So
Mm.
literally turn a Chinese dude. Yeah. I did not eat because that would so I just came off a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't eat. The minute I eat, I'm gonna gain weight
Mm.
be due to the jet lagging and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, your body is still in that flight mode. So the minute I eat, I could tell you about my body. The minute I eat after a flight, I'm gonna feel bloated. So that was a
Yeah.
no-no for me.
All right.
So literally, I had to starve myself for a few hours. I
Wow.
went downstairs, checked out the hotel view. Went upstairs. I see they have a pool. I just say, well, let's check the fitness center. When I went in the fitness center, it's like, okay, I could do some slight walking. Did some walking on the treadmill roughly about 15 minutes. I did not run. I don't want to exhaust myself. I
Yeah.
already exhausted too. I needed some rest. So when they do that, roughly spend about half an hour in the gym.
All
Nothing
right.
much. Then came out, checked my body weight. My body weight is moderate again. I was like, okay, go take a bath, take a fresh, look good, feel good. We're gonna wake up in the
Mm-hmm.
morning. Before I went, I wake up roughly about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I have to wait
Okay.
until 11. Yeah.
Mm.
So I went in, see what's up. Got a snack, got my protein, got my potassium.
Yeah.
Uh, I walk with my magnesium. So I'm always prepped. One day now, I went to check in. So the guys aren't ready for weighing, but they have another weighing room, right? So I went, checked my
Okay.
body weight. My body weight is at 93.3, 93.4.
Mm.
So that's all in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So I walk around, walk around. I did not drink anything, just walk around, see what's up. Greet one or two guys. I saw Kaiko, I saw Jesus,
Mm.
I, I saw this next guy. I saw Dilani, I then saw Aiden,
Yeah.
I saw Anatoly. He's a very cool
Yeah.
guy, just that he doesn't know much English.
Yeah.
So yes, I saluted and greeted quite a few athletes.
Okay.
And who know me, who doesn't know me, fine. I still be there. So within that time now, my point 4, point 5 just went away.
Mm.
I weigh in at the roughly 92.75.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
cause Honda weigh in at 92.70 or 92.65. He beat me by just a few ounces. Yeah, I
Yeah.
weigh in 92.7 and he weigh in 92.65. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so the games is quite interesting because it's all about. I saw Emil put up some stuff on his page.
Hmm.
Is is dieting important for powerlifters? A lot of
Yeah.
people commented, no, you could just this and that. Diet is important for
For sure.
powerlifter because if you go over your weight class and you don't know how to cut in time to
Yeah.
make back that class, yo, your goose is cooked.
Yeah.
Your goose just got cooked. So you got to know how to maintain. But I believe Emil is when he trains 95, 96 kilos because he's
Mm.
very big and chunky for a guy.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he does almost the same thing as a bodybuilder, a water cut or cut carbs and so forth.
Yeah.
But
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to get on again. It's always fun to talk to you, and I wish you a lot of luck for Worlds.
yeah, my brother, much appreciated again. I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes, but I'm looking forward to put on a show, not just for myself, not just for the fans out there, but for the entire world, bro.
Yeah. You got anyone you want to shout out? Sponsors, coach, friends?
Well, one of the main sponsors, SBD.
Mm-hmm.
Besides SBD, you have Fitness Express here in Guyana, MVP Sports.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have Digital Guyana and KFC too. So I should be doing an ad
Mm.
when I return that place.
Okay.
Uh, on that now, I would like also to recognize my countryman, Mr. Dominic Terrell. He's making
Yeah.
his debut from juniors to the open class,
Yep.
and
He's looking
I'm looking
strong.
forward. Yeah, I have a present for him. I hope he able
Mm.
to understand
Okay.
that when we set in the podium, we set in it with a pace. Well, he already know what's up. The top two dogs on the top stage. Yeah, we went to Teeth and Tongue a piece of time
Mm.
right here in Guyana, but I ended up winning it. Yeah, he's a very good competitor. I love his drive. I love his adrenaline. He's a
Mm.
very cool guy. But when it comes to certain levels, he have a lot of work to do. Well, let's put
Yeah.
in it. Put in it.
Yeah.
83, 83 top 5, 83 top 10.
Poof.
Bro,
It's stacked.
these guys,
Yeah.
yeah, it's stacked. So if you miss 83, you are in 93.
Oh, even worse.
At 93, my brother, the top 10 is Steve.
Mm. Yeah, for
Now,
sure.
now you're not seeing 700s. You're not seeing 745, 760, 775, 780. You're seeing around top 12, top 15. Yeah, but let's put it top 15. 805, 807.5,
Yeah.
810, 812.5, 815, 817. And there's how you
All of
coming
that.
up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, bro. And for you to scrape 800 total, whew, it got to be a tough one.
Mm.
Got to be a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite a battle, bro. Quite a battle.
Yeah. Will you be watching Worlds as a spectator like the other weight classes?
Yeah, man. I respect the sport.
Yeah?
I love the sport. And besides that, now, if you as an athlete do not encourage others, how will you be able to encourage other people?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's what I say. If you do not support your own sport and you do not encourage other lifters to climb, how will you expect other people to support you and encourage you?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
always say that.
Yeah, you gotta give back
Yep.
to the sport. Yeah?
No, I'm planning to do it soon, bro. I already started here in Guyana, so I'm
Yeah?
looking forward to have something big soon.
Sounds good.
But Worlds, Worlds, here I come, buddy.
Yep. Thank you to all the listeners that took the time to watch the whole podcast and all of that. Leave the 5-star rating on Spotify, like and follow all of that on YouTube too, and share the podcast. Have a good one.